Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you Ranjan Nimai Prabhu for organizing the session. So tonight we have a very special speaker. For tonight's Mahaprabhu's Monday Sangha. And we have Manidhar Prabhu. And Ranjani Mai will say more about special speaker in a little bit, but we would like to start the Sangha tonight by reciting the Mangala Charna, which is the first 21 verses of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is meant to create auspiciousness and in which we can offer our respects to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to the Panchatattva. So this is part of our campaign. Let me just share my screen very quickly. As part of our campaign, Be a Gardener. It's a campaign to popularize Chaitanya Charitamrita. Can everyone see the screen with participant level 2, 3, 4? Yes, you can.
Yes, Prabhu, yeah.
Fantastic. So as part of the Be a Gardener campaign, we created this initiative called the Sloka Challenge. So the idea is we'll try to learn the Mangala Charna, the first 21 verses, which are very special. And there's actually very special power in memorizing shlokas, just like we can memorize songs just by listening to them over and over again, and they get stuck in our heads, and we can't get it out of there. In the same way, if we listen over and over to shlokas, which are like zip files. They condense whole philosophy in just a few words. Then we can actually bring this powerful knowledge and wisdom into our consciousness. So learning shlokas is very powerful. So we invite all the devotees to participate. There's a QR code on the bottom right corner, and you can scan it and you can sign up for the challenge. The idea is that you can participate even by just learning one verse, the first verse of the Mangala Charna. But of course, if anyone feels inspired to do more, you can do 5, 10, or 21. And then in about a month and a half time, we'll have a deadline and you'll be able to submit a video of yourself chanting. And then anyone who participates will produce a certificate from ISKCON London that you learn these shlokas, and there will be some prizes as well. So yeah, we invite everyone to join in. So yeah, please feel free to scan the QR code. And now as I said, we'll chant the Mangala Charna itself. So what I'll do, I'm gonna play a recording from my phone, and I'm gonna put the shlokas up. You should be able to see the shlokas on the screen. You can nod, Ranjanima, if you can see it. Well, now it's going white, but you can see it now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, and I ask everyone else to mute the microphone. You should still chant it, but you mute your microphone so we don't, so we can hear everything fine. So we will start now. Is everyone ready?
Yes, Prabhu.
Mangalacharna, we create auspiciousness, we offer respectful obeisances. Vande Guru Nishabhata Isha Nishabhata Prakasham Sachakshakti Krishna Chaitanya Samyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahorito Gurudai Pushpavanto Chitrashando tamonudao. Yadadvaitam brahmopanishadi tadapyasya tanuba. Yatmantaryami Rusha iti sosham savimava. Shad Aishvaryai Punonya Iha Bhagavan Saswayamayam. The Chaitanyat Krishna Jagati Padatatvam Padamiha. Anarpita Charim Chirat Karuna Yavatirna Kalau. Samarpayitum Munato Jvalarasam Sapakti Shriyam. Hari Purata Sundara Tyuti Kadamba Sandipita. Sada Hridaya Kandare Smuratu Vasachinandana. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladini Shakti Rasman. Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvi Pura Deha Bedham Gatau Tau. Chaitanya Kyam Prakatam Adunatha Tvayam Chaikyam Aptam. Radha Bhava Duti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Sarupam. Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrisho Vanayaiva. Sadyo Yena Bhuta Madhurima Kidrisho Vamadiya. Sakyam Chasya Mad Anubhavata Kidrisham Betilopat. Tadbhavadya Samajani Shachi Garbha Sindhu Harindu. Sankarshana Karanato Vashayi. Garbho Dashai Chapayo Dishayi. Jeshaschayasyam Shakala Sanitya. Nandakya Sharam Mamastu. Mayatite Vyapiri Vaikunta Loke. Purnaishvaryeshi Chaturvyuha Madhye. Rupam Yasyodbhati Sankarshanapyam. Tam Shri Nityananda Ramam Prapadye. Maya Bharata Janda Sangashrayanga. Shete Sakshat Karanam Bodhi Madhye. Yasyai Kamsha Shri Puman Adi Devas. Tam Shri Nityananda Ramam Prapadye. Yasyam Shamsha Shila Garbhodashaye. Yanabhyabjam Lokasangatanalam. Lokashrastu Sutika Damadatus. Tam Shri Nityananda Ramam Prapadye. Yasyam Sham Sham Shaparatma Kilanam. Poshna Vishnur Bhati Dugdabdi Shayi. Shauni Bharta Yakala Sopyanantas. Tam Shri Nityananda Ramam Prapadye. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta. Maya Yasujat Yada. Tasyavatara Evayam. Advaita Charya Ishvara. Advaitam Harina Dvaitad. Acharyam Bhakti Shamshanad. Bhaktavatara Nishantam. Advaita Charya Ashraye. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam. Bhaktarupa Sarupakam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam. Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Jayatam Suratalopangur. Mama Manda Matergati. Matsarvasva Padam Bhojao. Radha Madana Mohanao. Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrimata. Srimad Ratnakara Singhasanastao. Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Deva. Krishtalibi Sevya Manusmarani. Srimad Rasarasarambi. Vamshi Vaktatatastita. Harshan Venu Swaner Gopir. Gopinata Shri Sunaha. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya. Jai Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Brinda. He Tim Thakur Gaudiya Ke Kariya China Masad. Tinera Charan Bando Timorana. Grantera Arambe Kari Mangala Charana. Guru Vaishnava Bhavan Tinera Smarana. Tinera Smarani Hoya Vigna Vinashana. Anayasi Hove Nicha Vanchita Purana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. How was it? Would anyone like to share realization? How did it feel?
I would say, Prabhu, it's just before the session, it's just preparing the mind and, going into the mood of, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories. So that consciousness is very getting purified after hearing this and preparing the consciousness to.
Yes, yes, definitely. And it says actually in the prayer itself. Now we only had time to chant the Bengali, but I highly encourage everyone to do the English translation as well, so you can actually understand the meaning. And actually, in the last verse, uh, it says that actually just by chanting the Mangalacharna and by remembering Guru, the spiritual master, Vaishnavas, the devotees, and Krishna, then all difficulties in our endeavors, they're all destroyed. And so it's actually very auspicious to sing this Mangalacharna whenever I often do it before I start reading. Before I start doing my reading, I just chant the Mangalacharna. But actually, before any of our endeavors, especially spiritual endeavors, if we chant the Mangalacharna, then we can really call out, to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to the Panchatattva, to empower us and to help us, and especially as we're in the middle of this gardener campaign where we're trying to distribute 108 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets in London. Then chanting this Mangala Charna can really empower us to distribute those books. We can really call out to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to help us. Just like Advaita Charya was calling out, he would see the degradation of the age of Kali, and he just started calling out to Krishna to appear and worshiping him with tulsi and water from the Ganges, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered that call. So like that. So thank you everyone for chanting so beautifully. I couldn't hear you because the mics were muted, but I could feel it all the way from Soho. So again, I think you can still see my screen. There's a sign up on the far bottom right corner. So if you like, you can scan the QR code and register, and then the other QR code will give you access to a PDF and to the audio file, so that you can have the resources also for memorizing. And I'll now stop sharing and I'll pass it to Ranjan Mai Prabhu. We should be joined shortly by our special guest, Manidhar Prabhu. Ranjan Mai Prabhu, over to you.
Prabhu would like maybe till the time Prabhu is not joining. So is it okay if you can ask any questions? I'm just like anyone tried or any trying to memorize the sloka, or they came across any challenges while learning or something, Prabhu?
Yeah, definitely.
Meanwhile,
Has anyone here started trying to learn any shlokas from the Mangalacharna? Or at least try to chant it once in the past week? Onch. Well done. Me and Ancha, we often chant together. That's the beautiful thing. You can chant it anytime. Sometimes we go on books and then, we go out as a team. And so, we're ready to go out, but we're still waiting for one devotee. And, sometimes, how devotees are. Sometimes they take their time. And so we'll just be there waiting, but instead of spacing out or, looking at our phones, we just pull out our PDF, we pull out the file, and we just start chanting together. And you can chant the whole Mangala Charna in I believe like 7 minutes. So yeah, it's very you can fit it in anywhere really. Pari Mataji raise their hand. Yes, mother.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. I just wanted to ask, please forgive me for my, I guess, not very well informed question. But you mentioned this was called a Mangala Charna, and obviously, like many people, including me, we know the other mantras to be like the Om Agana Timirandasya mantras to be known as the Mangala Charna. So I don't know, is this like a new one or sorry for my question.
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry, I said I would yeah, Hare Krishna. So we know about other Mangala Charnas, but not about this one. Is
Yeah,
that
like the normal I mean
the meaning?
the only Mangala Charna I've always known is the Om Agyan and Timirandasya one.
Yeah.
So when
Mangala
it
Charna
says to
means
sorry.
it means invoking auspiciousness. Just like Mangalarti,
Mhm.
Mangala is means auspicious. So Mangalarti is the auspicious artist. So Mangala Charna means invoking auspiciousness. And so that's what we do when we chant the Mangala Charna, usually at the beginning of class. We chant, different prayers and it's to bring auspiciousness and preparing before we start the class. So in the same way, at the beginning of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami chants these verses to bring auspiciousness to the rest of the work.
Oh, I see. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
I can see His Grace Manidhar Prabhu has just joined us. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa
Hare
sindhu
Krishna.
Titanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Welcome, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Hare Krishna. So the wait has over and Prabhu has, kindly joined. So thank you so much, Manidhar Prabhu, for gracing us today evening and giving your valuable association and time. I just would like to give some brief introduction about you, Prabhu, for my purification and for the devotees. His Grace Manidhar Prabhu was initiated by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, in the year of 1974 in Germany. Being a Czech immigrant, joining Srila Prabhupada movement in 1972, he was prior to his initiated already 2 year engaged in the distribution of Srila Prabhupada books. Being engaged in this activity from 1970 to 1985, he became consecutively manager of 3 major preaching centers in Germany. And he was taking the part supporting book distribution in that country. 1986, he was called to become a Sankirtan leader in Sweden. Finally, becoming a temple president in Göteborg Temple. From 1988 to 1999, he was a temple president in Hare Krishna Center, Stockholm, managing the local Govinda restaurant as well. 1999, he was invited to Czech Republic, where he took part in the development of the Govinda's restaurant in Prague, and very prior to that, still being based in Sweden. He took part in the initial development of the first Czech farm community. 2002, he took distance from the local Czech management and traveled widely through Europe, assisting the BBT and Sankirtan devotees on the way. And activity is continues till today. So very thankful and grateful to you for taking out your time, Prabhu, and your and giving your association, Prabhu. Over to you, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
So I would like to also thank you very much that I can be part of this broadcast. I am presently in Sweden, which is a country where one is grateful for every little human contact. There's lots of space, but no people. Anyway, so I'm very, very happy to be here. And so far, I understood the theme of tonight is the glorification of Chaitanya Charitamrita as a book and the need of that book to be broadcasted. Am I right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Our goal from now until Gora Purnima is to distribute 108 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. And so we would like to get some inspiration from you about the book itself and the distribution.
I have the audio is very weak on my side. I don't hear much of the audio coming out. Maybe you could tune it up a little bit.
Is this any better? I'm not sure if I can change on my side. Is the volume to the max on the laptop? Ranjan Nimai Prabhu, can you hear me? Fine.
Prabhuji, I can hear you perfectly. Even Manindar Prabhu, we are able to hear you very nicely, Prabhuji.
Can you hear
you
are okay with me?
We can hear
Yes, we are
the audio
perfectly
is
fine
okay.
with you. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I don't mind to stay with the issue, with the importance of a book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, which I remember well, coming from times where this book got published in ISKCON first time. I was not in America, actually. I was in Europe most of my life. But we heard lots of stories how Chaitanya Charitamrita came about. It was absolutely unique. We always know that Srila Prabhupada was in his way of translating and the books always ahead of the editors and of the publishers. However, when it came to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada was not only ahead, he also was extremely eager to get this book published in minimum time. I don't know, was never really active BBT member. I was most of my time on the street distributing these books. But I heard that it was actually the only book where Srila Prabhupada really set a deadline. He really made, so to say, a contract with the devotees. You must publish this book on this date, which put everybody in panic. I remember, I think it was Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he said, Prabhupada, this is not possible. This is impossible to publish a book of that volume in such a short time. Srila Prabhupada commented very briefly. He said, the word impossible is a word in Fool's Dictionary. So he didn't accept it at all. So it was unbelievable what happened there, because all devotees involved jumped into a day and night action. Somebody was flying to India. Somebody to make the photos. Somebody was painting the illustrations. Actually, not just one painter, but while the painter was going at night to take a little rest, the other painter continued. It was 24 hours a day marathon. Now, I'm coming from an artistic background too. This is one of the most horrible things you can do to a painter, that you take over his painting and keep on painting. Prabhupada didn't care. He was pushing. So devotees were day and night editing, illustrating. This book was finally, it came out actually on the right date. Srila Prabhupada was in ecstasy. Now the question arrived. Devotees look at the book and they ask Prabhupada, what is this? Opening the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita after reading Bhagavad Gita, after reading Srimad Bhagavatam and other books of Srila Prabhupada, including teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Charitamrita revealed such a intimate pastimes of the Lord, and it was, we know, it is a biographical work. It's actually documenting the life of Lord Chaitanya, his appearance on this planet, but it's full with shlokas from all the Vedic literature, which are just illustrating also and documenting the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. As we know, Lord Chaitanya is the hidden avatar. He is actually, I was informed that actually many of the participants on this broadcast may be from India. And I remember first time coming to India in 1978, we soon realized that Lord Chaitanya is practically known only in Bengal. Lord Chaitanya was not that much known throughout the whole India. Even he traveled through whole India, but we know that South India, it's all about Lord Ram. Krishna is known, Lord Ramachandra. Krishna's incarnations are known, but Lord Chaitanya, not many knew, except the Bengalis. So I believe that it was Srila Prabhupada urgent need to broadcast the glories of Lord Chaitanya, first time in India also by dint of publishing Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we know that the first print of Chaitanya Charitamrita practically went to India. Devotees in the West, honestly spoken, they were confused. They said, Prabhupada, even we don't really understand this book. How can we broadcast it to others? Srila Prabhupada said, I don't care. He said, my spiritual master told me, whenever you get some money, print these books. And my priority and my life was basically centered around that, to publish these books and make sure they get distributed. So we know how privileged those were who actually dedicated their life to the very same mission, including Chaitanya Charitamrita. However, I always remember this book was always kept in a book lagers in a bag. It was not the priority distribution item, because everybody was thinking, how is it possible? How can people understand? And in these 4 volumes, big volumes, how do you distribute a book like this on the street? Nevertheless, I was part of special events where our authorities, I was for many years serving under Hare Krishna here in the north, also in Sweden and in its North European zone. We were regularly called to actually make an exclusive Chaitanya Charitamrita distribution marathon. This was done in Finland, this was done in Sweden. I cannot say that people really understood the book, but we didn't care. It was Srila Prabhupada's desire. That was important to us. And on top of that, whenever we did that, mysteriously, a huge amount of mercy and auspiciousness came upon us. And this is actually the nature of appearance of Lord Chaitanya. He's not concerned about the ability of the receivers. He is just liberally and freely distributing love of Godhead to anybody. That doesn't mean that everybody may be able to accept that and value what he got, but it was never done by any incarnation of the Lord. There was always conditions. Krishna puts a condition in the Bhagavad Gita. Any of his incarnation basically appeared on the basis of you surrender or you will be in trouble. This is basically what Krishna is doing when he appears. You get any chance to surrender. If you don't surrender, well, you will be in trouble. So, but Lord Chaitanya is just offering the highest knowledge, the most intimate description of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and without any conditions. Just take it. That doesn't mean actually it's cheap. No, there are actually unspoken conditions. The conditions remain the same. To understand Chaitanya Charitamrita, you must be a devotee. But even you don't understand Chaitanya Charitamrita and you get it, you got the chance to become a devotee, and you will be blessed to some degree anyway. It's called Agyata Sukriti. That means it's unconscious progress. You may not even be aware of that, but you're already blessed. So this is the nature of appearance of Lord Chaitanya. This is the nature of distribution of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And those, according to the platform, who are actually pious, and like in India, we find a high level of piety still until today prevailing. People may at least respect just the very same attitude, to be respectful and to be at least outwardly demonstrating a kind of acceptance and surrender. That is already very auspicious. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is, you could call it an open secret. It's available to everybody, but to enter the mystery of Chaitanya Charitamrita, one has to be actually a devotee. Now, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author, he is begging the readers right away in the beginning, saying something quite amazing. He's saying, I beg my readers not to be envious. You think, what? I'm not envious on anybody. What is the problem? No, actually, it is a nature of the conditioned soul to be envious of God and to imitate God while living in this material world. With this kind of mentality, it's impossible to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is impossible to understand Krishna in himself. So there are requirements, and what actually personally shocked me most when trying to read Chaitanya Charitamrita were Srila Prabhupada's purports. His purports are almost in contrast with the mercy emanating from Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. While in the purports we find Srila Prabhupada going in great detail, exposing and describing the deviant ways to compromise Lord Chaitanya's message. He is using words and vocabulary which is just amazing. And in a very detailed and scientific way, he is analyzing how actually one can deviate from Krishna consciousness. And this has actually shocked me, because I was thinking, here we have the most liberal exhibition of Krishna consciousness, but the commentary of Srila Prabhupada is very strict and very direct. The beauty of Srila Prabhupada was that he was so faithful to the message delivered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead that he was not so much concerned even about his critics and about the ways of acceptance or not acceptance of his message. One devotee, he was even amazed how wonderfully Srila Prabhupada made Krishna consciousness accessible for us. And he said, Prabhupada, this is so amazing. I am a man. I'm not even born in India. I'm born in the West. Never heard anything about Krishna. I'm completely unqualified person, and I can still understand what you are actually talking about. This is amazing. And Srila Prabhupada smiled mercifully, and he said, well, Lord Chaitanya made it very easy. And this is actually a fact. Now, easy doesn't mean actually that we should take it cheaply. Just because somebody is given to us so easily, that doesn't mean that we should treat it, in a cheap, superficial way. There is actually, it is amazing. I remember devotees telling me, when will the day come we will really understand and value what Srila Prabhupada gave us? Therefore, in the prayers of a highly advanced Vaishnavas, even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we find in their prayers, they pray for the day they will become a devotee. They don't think, I am already a devotee. Or they don't think, I am already established on the highest level of Krishna consciousness. They're actually praying to, when will the day come, I will be accepted to be a devotee. With this attitude, one will be more able to understand Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Prabhupada was not so much concerned with our qualification. He was concerned with the attitude. And in presence of Srila Prabhupada, it became very quickly obvious, especially for us, the Westerners, from what kind of fallen background we come. Now, whoever may be an Indian listening to this broadcast, I always feel highly embarrassed when I come actually in a congregation which is dominated by Indians, because I think actually it should be opposite. The Indians should preach to me, not me to them. Who is me? They call me Prabhupada disciple. Well, I hope so. I am trying to be Prabhupada disciple every day of my life, but it is a responsibility. The word disciple actually is coming from the word discipline. So a man even officially initiated who has no discipline is not a disciple. So the official Prabhupada writes in one letter, the initiation actually in itself is just a formal thing. It is only a formal reconfirmation of your sincerity and seriousness, how you accepted this purifying process of Krishna consciousness. So we get initiated and we get access to such open secrets like Chaitanya Charitamrita along our sincerity and along our determination to explore the never-ending secrets of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Prabhupada said, one devotee, he nostalgically remembered, Prabhupada, you remember the good old days when we started this movement? Prabhupada said, there are no good old days in Krishna consciousness. There's always new days, you know. There's always something new to learn. There's something always new to realize. Anytime you open Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will be shocked by discovering something completely new and something actually you never understood. You never heard this. Even you were reading it already before. Suddenly, you realize, oh, this is something much more deeper and much more amazing as I ever thought. So this is the nature of transcendental literature. It's Navayovanam, like Krishna, is always youthful and always fresh. So there is never ending of exploring Chaitanya Charitamrita, whereby we have to mention that Srila Prabhupada said, Chaitanya Charitamrita is like the top university study of Krishna consciousness. It should be conducted ideally after we studied Bhagavad Gita. That's where everything starts. Then Srimad Bhagavatam, and then comes Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nevertheless, again, following the all-merciful nature of Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Charitamrita should and will be distributed, you could say, indiscriminately. You never know where Prabhupada books end. Just, I remember once visiting Indologist professor in a university of Berlin in Germany, and he was even learning Bengali. And he was a great student of Chaitanya Charitamrita. But he could not understand anything because he was not a devotee. So he asked me, who was this Lord Chaitanya? I'm reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. I even study Bengali, but who was that? Because in our dictionary, in a university, I find under Chaitanya, I find Indian saint who jumped in the ocean and drowned. That's so much for the knowledge being disseminated in the universities. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada was so eager to get these books into the universities, even to these professors, so they may get a very different picture. And they may get the real information, who Krishna really is, who Lord Chaitanya really is, and modify their teachings along that. So therefore, book distribution is so important. These books will stay. Me talking here into this telephone, and even you, we will all disappear. We will all go, but the books will stay. And anytime somebody picks up that book, at least he will become more respectful. I remember when the first books got published, Srila Prabhupada's comment was, "Oh, now they will take us seriously." All glories to those who go on Harinam, chant Hare Krishna on the street and everything. But we know that many people will take us at best as some sort of entertainment, something interesting. Yeah, okay, this is nice. Yeah, well, yeah, it's amazing. But what is this to do with me? But when a book is there, then people go, oh, now comes some philosophy. This is serious. This is knowledge being disseminated. So people become more respectful. And this is the way Prabhupada wanted to be perceived, not just as some entertainer or somebody who brought something new and exciting, but somebody who came with a very, very deep and serious knowledge. Now, Chaitanya Charitamrita is also full of pastimes. And one thing we can notice in Chaitanya Charitamrita is the supreme personalism and ecstasy emanating from all these devotees. Now, we can see anybody being part of pastimes of Lord Chaitanya had really some fun. These devotees were really ecstatic because the ecstasy in Krishna consciousness is derived from within, not from outside. Karmis try to be also happy and ecstatic, but on a basis of sensual experience. No, we have it too. We can taste in Krishna consciousness, we can see, we can smell, we can touch, we can do all these sensual activities. But the ultimate happiness derived from that comes from inside. And this is how Chaitanya Charitamrita also can be perceived as an experience which goes deep inside. So understanding and not understanding, just by touching Chaitanya Charitamrita and reading it in a regular way, we get in touch with Lord Chaitanya one way or another. So that would be in brief what I could say something about Chaitanya Charitamrita. Don't expect me to dive into some detailed pastimes. By the way, Srila Prabhupada didn't do it either. He even quoted Lord Chaitanya, who forbade his preachers to discuss the intimate pastimes of the Lord in public because of the danger of offense, these intimate pastimes being taken cheaply or being even imitated by unqualified people, and in this way committing ferocious offenses. So Lord Chaitanya was very restrictive in this regard. As liberal he was to broadcast the holy name, prasadam, the holy name, the essence of everything, the holy name of the Lord, to discuss the intimate pastime of the Lord, he considered to be more or less issue for more intimate circles and for more qualified audience. So that's much I could say. Maybe somebody has some question or some comment on this. I know that there are great Chaitanya Charitamrita experts out there, but that much I could say.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the talk, and it was very inspiring. Many good points there. So if any devotees, can you hear me, Prabhu? Manidhar Prabhu? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Manidhar?
They are surely, if you look around you in your country, if you inquire, there are still for sure some Chaitanya Charitamritas in the book lagers to be distributed. Try to give them out. Any book being distributed from Srila Prabhupada is an eternal benefit for the one who is distributing these books and the one who is getting these books. And those who are getting these books, very often they become distributors too. Yeah. And so these books are creating a chain reaction, which we cannot perceive where it goes. They're like seeds. As we know, Bhakti Lata Beach, the seed of Bhakti, this is personified in a physical form, in form of that book, because it's not only one seed. The book is an immense load of Bhakti Lata Beach seeds, which can also be distributed and infected others with Krishna consciousness. So therefore Srila Prabhupada was pushing books, yeah. So because he knew, he said very openly, he said, devotees may fail, or they are fighting with Maya. Even a temple may fail and disappear, but the books will stay. And from these books, again, those who are serious can again inspire or bring about a renaissance, a rejuvenated Hare Krishna movement, which we cannot perceive right now. There are so many things outside of our control. We are just little gardeners, like anybody. I am not a professional gardener, but I met in Krishna consciousness few very professional gardeners. It's amazing to listen to them, how humble they are actually. The gardening is a thing which makes you very humble, because you can just plant the seed, but you have no ultimate control if it's going to grow or not. It depends on so many other circumstances, on the rain, on the climate, on you don't know, and you don't even know about we have no control, but we have to do our part. And in this way, we can be satisfied as happy gardeners of Srila Prabhupada, distributing the seeds of bhakti to everybody, everywhere. And if people take it or not, this is up to them. We can only encourage people to take. The best thing is to do it by one's own example. You know why I joined this movement? 1972, I walked in a door in a temple. I couldn't understand anything, actually. I could understand only one thing. I never met a group of such ecstatic, happy people. And they had nothing. Nobody had any money. Nobody had any position, really. Nobody had any title. We couldn't even figure out who is the leader and who is not the leader, because everybody was doing the same, running out and preaching. The leaders first. That you see, oh, he is the leader. He was the first one who grabbed the Medanga and ran out of Haranam. He was the first one who was encouraging book distribution. So, that was basically what it was. It was very simple. But I never saw such a happy people. I was thinking, what makes this? They have nothing, these people. Besides that, we faced heavy opposition to join in Germany in 1972. I'm not a German, but I joined in that country. So 1972 to join in Germany, Germans were not ready for us, I tell you. I saw many police stations. I got guns of policemen pointing on my head, telling me I would like to shoot you. And we couldn't care less. You know, we were completely ecstatic. I mean, I was amazed. I had one realization. I told the devotees, well, you are so happy, that's nice, but do you know that you will all die? You know what they did? They laughed even more. They were going, yeah, that's exactly the point. You will die too. So let's chant Hare Krishna and let's go out and preach Krishna consciousness. I never saw such a happy, dying people. I was deeply impressed. I was thinking, oh, I have to try this out. And I'm still trying it out after 54 years. You know, so yeah, I still feel like I'm trying it out. And then people ask me, how is it possible? You are still 54 years, you are chanting, you are, you know, yeah. I go, well, I didn't find anything better. If you show me something better, I will stop. But please, go ahead. Try to show me something better. Nobody came up with anything. No. It's not possible. I didn't find anything else. And it's not like I'm blind. I went in my life through many different periods. I have my family, and I became a father, and all these things, quite complicated stuff. But still, what remains by the end of the day is our chanting and our commitment to the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada gave us a mission, a purpose in life. So to the degree we become part of it, to the degree we can share this ecstasy, a really bliss. We used to be so blissful we couldn't even sleep. We even forgot eating, actually. We were just so blissful distributing these books that we kind of, Prabhupada writes very nicely in one letter, renunciation is only possible to the degree of development of higher taste. You know, this is actually the formula for becoming detached. So we can test ourselves to the degree we have developed higher taste. To the degree all these so-called nice things which are offered to us, they don't become so important. It's like, yeah, we know, yeah, this is supposed to be fun, but is it fun? Nah, not really. So this is natural. Krishna consciousness, in its essence, is a completely natural thing. It is really us, the devotees. It is not us, the designated people who walk in this world with their names and passports and ID cards and even young and old and men and women. This is all bodily things. This is not so important. Srila Prabhupada showed us how to be happy and ecstatic together outside of these designations. He was the oldest of us all, and he was the youngest simultaneously. All these young hippies sitting there, very serious, very serious. And Prabhupada said, why are you so serious? Don't you have any fun here? Don't you have any fun? He showed us how to dance. I'm supposed to be an old man, Is it really? This is me? No. I feel the same as I joined the movement. I feel the same the first day on Sankirtan, holding Srila Prabhupada books in my hand. A few things changed there. But the discovery of new Krishna consciousness is endless. This is the fun. It's really endless. It never stops. And I have some suspicion that even when leaving this body, we can keep on going. We will meet again. We can be again happy under Srila Prabhupada's care. We can be again happy within his preaching mission. This is not just a one lifetime issue. We have so much to do. So many Chaitanya Charitamritas being distributed, so many books being published. This is endless. You know, so many new conditioned souls being born into this material world, which need our assistance and need to be uplifted in Krishna consciousness. So we have lots of things to do. We just started, more or less. So, some questions or comments? It is a little bit difficult on the internet to have this.
Thank you
I
so
say, well, I
much,
spend most
Prabhu.
of my time traveling because I love to be in personal touch with devotees. There's so much to learn and so much to share, actually. And this is the fun. Internet is, I'm grateful even for this broadcast, but it's kind of limited, you know. I don't even know exactly who is out there, and but I'm happy that somebody is there.
Yeah,
This
we're
is so
still.
important that we, in any form, we should use any form to congregate and encourage each other in Krishna consciousness. Any form possible.
Yes, Ansh Prabhu, go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. Can you hear? Can you hear? Louder. Prabhu? Louder. Can you hear?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear.
Yeah, you can hear. Yeah. Okay. Manidhar Prabhu, I wanted to ask you how to keep the enthusiasm and the joy always more, as you just said. How can we keep it for a long time in our Krishna consciousness? No? I think he heard.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I think you can write it on the chat so that I think Prabhu can at least understand what we are saying.
Hare Krishna, Manidhar, can you hear us, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
basically,
very
Prabhu was
pleasant when
asking.
if some question comes up. Hmm?
Yeah, so Ansh Prabhu, he was asking basically like, how can be enthusiastic like you? You have spent so many years in your Krishna consciousness. So how we can maintain the enthusiasm, the kind of you have, Prabhu? And is that correct, Ansh Prabhu? So related to that? Yeah.
Well, it's a question of daily, I would say, daily personal decision. That makes Krishna consciousness a little bit difficult. People think, or they like to think, that once I surrendered, then things will happen automatically. But there's nothing automatically. We have to every day consciously ask Krishna, please, can you still accept my service? We have to consciously follow the routines, yes. Those who are initiated, we chant our 16 rounds, we follow the principles. It's Prabhupada said everything can be achieved by training. Much of that, what other people would consider very difficult, after some while when you practice, it's not difficult at all. I don't want to go more in detail, but just the 4 regularity principles, it's just 4 ways how to avoid trouble. That's all. Okay? And people will understand very quickly. Everybody understands why we are following these 4 regularity principles, because they are all troublesome. They are all, if you break these 4 regularity principles, you are in trouble. People can understand that, even materially spoken. So we try to stay out of trouble. That's the reason why we follow these 4 principles. Right? So why? Because we want to have some peace in life. For what? Well, to focus on things which are more important. you know. And this, what is important to me and what is not important, that's an individual decision to be made. Some people still think in their lives so many things are important. Are they? Really? You know, even within Krishna consciousness, in our regulated way, we follow within the ashramas, let's say brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, maybe sannyas. Even these things are temporary. They are just passing through. What remains is, will I remember Krishna when I leave this body or not? Do I remember Krishna right now or not? And this requires a conscious endeavor, because everything else around us is not remembering us on Krishna. No, no. They are constant propaganda by illusion, or by the illusory forces, you could say, making us forgetting Krishna. So always remember Krishna, never forget him. This is the only principle we ultimately follow. So this is a question of personal decision. I don't know. In my case, if you ask personally, I wouldn't even know what to do. I joined, I was 18 years old, okay? By that time, I had no idea what I will do with my life. And I still don't have idea what to do with my life except doing what I'm doing. I mean, and I can see Krishna is helping, Prabhupada is helping, I'm still alive, I'm breathing, and I get support. I get also my doses of discouragement, and certainly I got my doses of pain too. That's life. Even pain, Prabhupada said, can be very instrumental in Krishna consciousness. You know, we try to avoid pain always, but pain has a function. You know, pain is, if you take it rightly, then it's encouraging, because oh, that, what is the function of pain? To warn me, don't do this. It's painful. Stay out of this. It's painful. Don't do this. So there is a function in it. So I'm grateful even for the times of pain which I experienced as well. I don't want to go into it, but yeah, there's some moments you cannot cry even anymore. You are running out of tears. Such a moments are there, yeah. Srila Prabhupada was asked once by a disciple, what was the most difficult time in your life? Prabhupada stopped. He looked into the disciple's eye and he said, better I don't tell you, yeah. So devotees knew, even Srila Prabhupada, he went through hell. Most difficult times. But Srila Prabhupada, his conclusion was, yeah, surrender to Krishna more. Krishna is educating us according to our sincerity to really see him exclusively more and more as our shelter, and give up all the false shelters we hoped for. And because by the end of the day, this is how it's going to be. Nobody will die for us. Nobody will plan our future for us. We have to do it ourselves. Nobody will help us. We must die somehow or other, hopefully in Krishna consciousness, conscious about Krishna. And this way we can progress into another lifetime, whatever lifetime it may be. I don't have plans for that. My only prayer, and if you could maybe pray for me too, is that next lifetime I can be again engaged in Srila Prabhupada's service. I know he is out there. His mission is big. Prabhupada is out there. He is broadcasting Krishna consciousness over and over in locations which are completely unknown to us. I don't care where he is, I just want to be close to him. And that's all. I hope Krishna will help. And That's what keeps me going. There was a times in my life there was nobody else's Prabhupada, really. And I can only recommend everybody, by having that kind of shelter, you can keep on going. Nothing can stop you. I thought on certain points, oh, now it's tough time. Where do we go from now? There is always a way to go. There is always a way to continue. Krishna consciousness is ahaituki apratihata. It cannot be stopped by any material circumstance, and also it doesn't require any material circumstance, so we can practice it. That was Prabhupada's translation. To realize that, oh, this is a very inspiring thought. So that's what kept me going. There is always a help. There is always this, but one has to give up more the conditions. Oh yeah, I can surrender. I can continue under these conditions. No. This is our conditions. Krishna knows. So the more we give up our conditions, the more we also give up our conditioning. And we realize suddenly, it's a big world out there, you know. I don't care anymore in which country I live. I don't care anymore where I am even. I care only to be close to devotees who are still eager to hear about Srila Prabhupada, to hear about his mission. And I find them over and over again. Even they don't come to me, I come to them. I'm looking for them. So in this way, I have lots of fun. We have still time. Must be really dark in England by now. I used to be quite often in London. Most ecstatic Sankirtan meetings, I remember actually wonderful meetings we had in Soho Street. And I always felt a little bit going to England is like going to another planet. It is a specific atmosphere there. So please keep on going. You have a great things going on there, great potential there. Much also a little bit due to the isolated state. Now I don't know. I was not. It's a long time ago actually. I was in England, but I tell you, the world around us is on the move right now. Inspiring to see that. Whatever move it is, something is moving. I started to feel a little bit bored, you know, but things are on the move. And let's see how we can fit with our Krishna consciousness into that. I remember the 60s. That's the time I joined in the early 70s. Still, there was the mood of the 60s. Everybody was somewhat on the move. Something was changing. Prabhupada entered this kind of atmosphere. And that's very inspiring for Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, actually, if you want to be Krishna conscious, you must forget whatever you heard. You must start really from the beginning. That may not apply to people who have a pious background like in India, but especially to us Westerners, oh, this is very relevant. We can only become Krishna conscious by ignoring whatever we heard, actually, because what we heard was just a bunch of lies, basically. So this gives us a fresh start, Krishna consciousness, and this is how we can actually get a new life. This is how we become rejuvenated by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It was so wonderful session, and I'm getting a lot of thank you messages, and we were 100 devotees hearing and we are out of Zoom.
Thank you.
Some devotees were hearing via live YouTube. So we are very grateful. We request you, please join us again some Mahaprabhu's Monday and give your second session. And it was so beautiful, Prabhu. So please, whenever you have some time, Matthew Prabhu, please request Prabhuji so we can hear another session from Prabhu. So it was so loving and caring.
Please, if I can have your association, please don't hesitate to contact me anytime. This is my life. I don't have any other life. My life is just to be with devotees as much as I can. Thank you.
I would request all the devotees if we can unmute ourselves and we can loudly chant one time Hare Krishna, or if you wish, you can on the videos as well. And we can thank to Prabhu for his valuable time and so inspiring class, attracting towards the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and reminding us, our spiritual master, our grandfather, Srila Prabhupada. So we can loudly chant one time Hare Krishna together, yeah? Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Dinesh Manidhar Prabhu ki
Jai.
Jai.
Haribol.
Haribol. Radhe Radhe.
Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Haribol.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Haribol.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Prabhu.
Prabhu.
So nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Let's
you.
come
Hare
back to the,
Krishna,
come to
Hare
the
Rama,
UK,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna.
Come to UK and give us
Hare
personal
Krishna.
association, Prabhu.
Jai.
Rama, Hare Rama.
Absolutely amazing session. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.